Hi, I'm Ellen Gormley and welcome to my channel. My favorite cast on for knitting is a long tail cast on, and there's different ways to calculate how much yarn you need. Some people say you need time and a half or an inch and a half per stitch that you want to wind onto your hooks to start. Other people say you just need to wind it around your hook, your needle rather, and that's the distance. When you have, like if you needed 12 stitches, if you needed to start with 12 stitches, you would wrap it around 12 times, and then that's the amount of yarn you would need. I think that's a little bit low for my preference. It's always better for you to have a little extra yarn than not enough. Especially if you're doing like a sweater or something with a really long cast on, you don't want to cast on 100 stitches and be 5 stitches short. And you want to have enough of a tail left over for weaving in ends and that kind of thing. So today I'm doing a little maybe 3-inch cast on. So one other theory is to do 3 times the distance. So that would say 9 inches to start your tail. But I feel like that's even a little short. So I'm going to start about 18 inches because I'd rather have a little more than a little less. I'm going to place a slip knot at that 18-inch mark or wherever you determine is the right number, because your cast on stitches are actually going to be on this cut tail. You're going to be using this up. So you want to make sure to have enough yarn on the tail. Slip knot just like you do in crochet, and place your needle in the slip knot, gently securing it. Now, so that I have this all on camera so you can see where it is, I have the cut end of the yarn here. This one is the working yarn attached to the ball. I'm going to take my thumb and pointer finger and point it and pinch it together like a duck and put it underneath the slip knot. Then I will open those fingers a little bit and grab both tails with my middle finger, my ring finger, and my pinky and hold it and pull down the needle so that it looks like a mouse face. A pointy little nose, here's the little nose, here's the triangular face, here's an ear, there's an ear. So you have a little mouse face. It's a little slingshot. And I will do this all over again, but let me get you started. You're going to touch the fleshy part of your thumb and drive the needle up so that it's underneath that loop. Then you're going to grab the next loop by placing your knitting needle on your index finger, sliding it down and grabbing that one and pulling it down through the thumb hole. Whoa! And pulling it tight. Up through the thumb, touch the index finger, down through the index finger, and then pull it through the thumb again. Okay? And each time you return to the mouse face position. So thumb up, index finger down, through the thumb again. Okay, so your thumb gets touched twice each time you make a stitch. Okay, this is how many I've done so far. I already have 5 stitches. See how quick that is? And it is so fun to do. So let's start from the beginning again though. So I have my cut tail here, my working tail attached to the ball over here. I'm going to pinch my index finger and thumb underneath the work, underneath the slip knot, grab both tails with my 3 remaining fingers, pull the needle down to make my pointy little mouse face. Do you see it? It looks like a slingshot. And then you go up under the thumb, touch the index finger and down through the index finger, and then down through the thumb again. Okay, let me do that again and I'll show you how I'm releasing the stitch onto the needle. Okay, so when I've got it back down through the thumb, I can release my thumb and pull it tight, repositioning so that I can do it again. So it doesn't actually release from the index finger at all. It only releases from the thumb. I do reposition my hands a lot. I don't know if all knitters do that, but I do. So make my mouse face, the little slingshot, touch the fleshy part of your thumb and trace up your thumb under that loop. Touch your index finger and down towards your palm and pull it through the loop that's on your thumb. Then let go of the thumb and re-tension it so that it tightens gently on your needle. Okay, do you see it? Okay, in case I didn't get that on camera, I'm going to make sure and center really well here. So I've got my cut tail, I've got my working tail. I'm pinching through underneath, spreading out a little bit, grabbing both tails with my remaining fingers, pulling down to make the mouse face, up through the thumb, down through the index finger, through the thumb, let go, reposition. Okay, and that is the long tail cast on, also called the slingshot method, and it's a lot of fun, and I think you'll like it. It has a nice springy cast on so that it has a little bit of stretch. So that's a good cast on for things that need stretch, like a hat or a cuff on a sweater or something like that. And hopefully when you have the right number of stitches, you'll have an approximately, at least 3 inches tail so that you can weave it in the end later. But that is the long tail cast on, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more crochet and knitting videos.